Did a single arrow change the course of an entire nation's history? In the mid-11th century, the seeds of conflict were already being sown between England and Normandy. The political atmosphere was tense, charged with promises and betrayals that would soon lead to a monumental shift. At the heart of this tension was King Edward the Confessor, whose reign saw the intertwining fates of two powerful figures. Edward, nearing the end of his life without an heir, had allegedly promised the English throne to his distant cousin, William, Duke of Normandy. This promise was a bond sealed more by hopeful expectation than by the rigid structures of law. However, upon Edward's death in January 1066, Harold Godwinson, a powerful English noble, seized the opportunity and was crowned king, directly contradicting the supposed royal promise. The coronation of Harold as King of England was not just a ceremony, it was a spark. William's reaction was swift and decisive, fueled by a sense of betrayal and the legitimacy he believed he held. With a crown at stake, William launches an invasion that would alter the fabric of English society forever. October 14th, 1066, a date etched in the annals of history as the day of the Battle of Hastings. On that fateful morning, the English forces led by King Harold Godwinson took their positions atop Senlac Hill, a choice that offered a strategic advantage with a clear view of the advancing Normans. Meanwhile, Duke William of Normandy meticulously organized his Normans, aligning infantry, cavalry, and archers in a formation designed to maximize their combat effectiveness. As the battle unfolded, the Normans executed a series of maneuvers, including a feigned retreat which proved pivotal. This clever ruse tricked Harold's forces into breaking their shield wall, a defensive formation that had been their bulwark. Seizing the moment, William's cavalry charged, turning the tide of battle dramatically. In the chaotic melee that ensued, an arrow struck Harold, leading to his death. This moment was not just the climax of the battle, but a turning point in English history. With Harold's fall, the door to England lay wide open for William. A new king ascends the English throne, but at what cost? In the chilly depths of winter, William the Conqueror, having triumphed at the Battle of Hastings, was crowned on Christmas Day 1066. This auspicious day marked not just a change of ruler, but the beginning of a profound transformation across England. William wasted no time in establishing his rule. He introduced the feudal system, a hierarchical structure that reshaped English society. Land was divided among his Norman followers, creating a new aristocracy loyal only to him. This move not only secured his power, but also began the dilution of traditional Anglo-Saxon governance. However, the imposition of Norman rule was met with fierce resistance. From the north to the marshes of East Anglia, rebellions flared. William's response was equally fierce, often brutal. The harrying of the north, as it came to be known, saw vast tracts of land scorched and populations decimated as William sought to quash dissent. The landscape of England was changing, but not without resistance from its people. How does a conquest from nearly a millennium ago still influence us today? The Norman Conquest of England in 1066 was not just a seismic event in medieval history, it was a cultural revolution that redefined the English landscape. Firstly, the Normans introduced a rich tapestry of culture, language, and administrative systems. The Old English language absorbed a vast array of Norman French words, fundamentally transforming the vocabulary and even the syntax of what would eventually evolve into modern English. This linguistic merger made English a uniquely pliable and rich language, capable of expressing nuanced concepts and fostering a vibrant literary tradition. Architecturally, the Normans left an indelible mark on the skyline of England. Majestic castles like Windsor and cathedrals such as Durham stand as testaments to Norman ingenuity and their enduring aesthetic vision. These structures were not only feats of engineering, but also symbols of Norman authority, designed to cement their dominance over the landscape. Reflecting on the social and legal realms, the Normans reshaped governance through the introduction of the feudal system and common law, which have influenced legal systems in many parts of the world to this day. The Norman Conquest, a pivotal point that shaped the trajectory of England forever. From a battle fought on a distant hill to a legacy that still echoes in our lives today. The Norman Conquest of England, sparked by promises made and broken, was more than just a clash of armies at Hastings. It was the beginning of a profound transformation. William the Conqueror's victory did not merely shift power, it reshaped an entire nation. Castles sprang up across the landscape, signifying Norman dominance and altering the medieval skyline of England. The Normans introduced a new feudal system that reorganized land ownership, tying the land to the king more directly than ever before. They also brought with them a rich tapestry of cultural refinements, from the French language that seeped into the English vernacular to architectural innovations that still stand today. Reflecting on this pivotal moment in history, it becomes clear that the past is not a series of isolated incidents, but a continuum. Each event, each decision, is a thread in the fabric of time, influencing and forming the future. The Norman Conquest of England, a saga of power, betrayal, and change, reminds us that history's echoes are never truly silent.